Today I want to talk about the nature of economic waste. Now, I'm not an economist, but I do know this about economics, that is that nobody really understands it. Macroeconomics, for instance, there's a quote I really like about it, that macroeconomists have successfully predicted 9 out of the last 5 recessions, though admittedly that was before the last recession, so maybe their strike rate has notched up by 1 since then. Nobody really understands economics. If they did, then chancellors all around the world running countries would know exactly what to do, wouldn't they? They'd know how to set their economy, what exchange rates, interest rates and so forth would suit their economies, and in fact they don't really know what to do, and again they're shown to be wrong, aren't they? By experts and by lay people alike. So I feel that I have the right to have a sort of thought for the day about economics. Now, I say it's about the nature of waste. Now, many people will say that there's a lot of money being wasted by governments. It's just thrown down the drain. What's the point of all these quasi-autonomous non-governmental organisations like the Milk Marketing Board and so forth? And why do we pay so much money to politicians? It's all money down the drains. They don't produce anything, you know. And as for welfare, what on earth is the point of giving all this money to millions of layabouts for doing nothing? You know, well, that money could be wasted, but actually, I suspect it's not, because of the nature of the way that modern economies work. If there's someone who's unemployed, he's not doing anything gainful, he's not producing any wealth, and you give him some money, that money doesn't actually disappear, does it? You know, he spends it. He spends it in the local shops on food and stuff, and he spends it to the energy companies so that, you know, he's warm, and perhaps he pays rent to a landlord, and so the landlord then gets money with which he can do all sorts of stuff, and it gets taxed. That money that you give to people on welfare doesn't actually disappear, and so I suggest that it's not actually wasted. It's quite possible that it could have been put to much better use, that's true, but let's not just say that it's being poured down the drain, because I don't think it is. It's actually quite difficult to destroy wealth. If there is a thing that is valuable and that thing is then destroyed, then maybe that's one way to destroy wealth, but actually I'm not sure even then that's destroying wealth, because don't diamond companies, for instance, go to an awful lot of trouble to mine diamonds and then squirrel them away in vaults in order to raise the value of those few diamonds that they do allow in general circulation? And if a building that's extremely valuable, it's an asset, it's a building, gets destroyed, that also tends to create an opportunity to build another building in that place. I mean, if it's in a prime site in the middle of a city, whatever, that prime site has value, and a lot of jobs are created building it, and they have to spend money on bricks, so brick manufacturers and people who transport bricks then get money which they then spend in the local shops. And do you see where I'm going? I think actually wealth is not as easy to destroy or waste or throw away as a lot of people think it is.